Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Case 4 of the Golden Ticket Hunters.
Yep, Hunter's Mark, which has all sorts of terrifying implications.
Just a little bit. Alright, so. How did we leave?
We left the building collapsing behind us with Stefano torn to pieces and several people turned into statues, though they were probably mostly horrible people.
Indeed.
I'm hoping the robots that were stuck there as prize fighters got out during the chaos. They at least are riffs and not as prone to collapsing buildings as normal person.
Alright, so. The first thing we're going to do
I don't need Google yet.
is a montage.
Okay.
Or is absolutely going to recover from last activity.
Yeah, given the whole clobbered status 4, I think that's definitely what Random's going to be doing as well.
Yeah. I'm going to reduce the crushed status to 1
Okay.
on Laura. Still got those clues to cash in too.
I did have a clue on scenting the scene now that I think about it. Can I spend that on asking whether or not the slave fighters got out? Or would that not apply?
Scenting the scene?
I think that was from scenting out what was going on at the Fight Club right before the end. I'm not sure it would fit. I was just wondering. I don't think it actually does fit since it was something I was doing before the fight.
Yeah, unfortunately, no. It's. I hate to say it, but it's kind of not important.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's not like I named the Fight Club a Nemesis, because I didn't. I named Goliath a Nemesis.
Yeah. Okay, so your inscrutable AI status will go away. Say that. Let's keep the detention one around for a little bit.
I still have that reputation going against me.
Yes. Scenting the scene will go away because that no longer applies. And I don't know why you have a story tag for.
Oh, it shouldn't be a story tag. It's a status from collapsing building.
Right, got it. So yes, probably reduce that to 1 as well.
Okay.
Exploring the garden, I think you keep.
Yeah, because that's exploring my mythos. I haven't spent it yet. And it's from a while
Hmm.
ago, but I think what I'm going to do is because this is her spending up time in either the garden or her room in Elaine's orphanage, newly
Yeah.
rebranded orphanage. And I think I want to ask the question: is the garden growing?
Yes.
Okay. As a player, I kind of wanted a more broad question that give you a lot more than yes or no, but I couldn't think of one.
Okay. What sort of details would you want?
I'm kind of wondering. Okay, here's a question. What seems to be directing the changes in the garden? That's a better one. Or triggering. Directing. What seems to be triggering the changes in the garden?
Hmm. The garden seems to be getting progressively stronger over time. And incidents in the city incidents in the city related to uh, what we would call rifts, supernatural incidents, seem to be on the rise. So there is a general trend upwards throughout.
In mythical power. Got it. Terrifying, but got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that covers all my upkeep for her.
Hmm.
I'm putting in the new theme. I'm putting in some of the new concept, new the tags that we'll develop. Like electrical misbehaviors is going to be for where, in her presence, lights will start lights will start to shut her out, or equipment will misbehave.
Hmm.
I wanted it more specifically than lights out.
Yes.
I mean more general than sorry.
Okay. I am going to spend a clue from Dreams of the Past.
Go ahead. I mean, yeah, cool.
Yep. Um, After doing a lot of research over the last while, Laura has discovered the the name and the identity of the woman in the picture that she was given.
Oh.
Her name was Elizabetha. She was the wife of a nobleman, and she was burned as a witch.
Oh, this was okay. Hold it. Which one is this? The older Veronica or the version that she's turning into?
This isn't Veronica. This is
Oh, okay, because there you were given a picture that didn't. I thought this was the picture that had both Veronica and herself. And
yes, it had Veronica in it, and well, it had a male noble in it that resembled Veronica greatly, alongside his wife, who Laura has grown to resemble very strong.
right,
And her name was Elizabetha,
who was burned as a witch.
who was burned as a witch. Now, that answers the mystery of on Hypnotic Beauty, who is the woman I'm starting to resemble.
Yep.
So I need to get a new mystery question.
I'm thinking I probably need a new mystery on the monster from the garden
Mhm.
because where is home is a little bit too general and it's been hard to find thing. It's too abstract. I think to find good plot around it. So I'm going to try to change it to what should be my goal? Or no, what do I want to be?
Well, I'm changing my question to why was she burned?
Cool. And as a note, I am keeping the pronoun, which is different for random.
Hmm.
Okay. That seems to be it.
Okay.
So I guess at this point we move into the
Hmm.
the setting.
Do we unburn anything?
I think the only thing we have burned right now is keep on ticking, so it kind of makes sense that we.
I I have one of Veronica's things burned.
Oh, the ones that are person. We can unburn our crew theme thing because we have an advance that does that. We can't
Hmm.
unburn our personal ones unless we do prepare for your next activity and choose to do that.
Right. Okay.
Sadly.
Got it.
I'm pretty sure that's why they split them between recover and prepare, so you couldn't do both.
Yeah. Understood. So after resting for a while, We return to school, and things go shockingly normal for a while. It's enough time to fall back into the routine of classes and worrying about the things that students worry about rather than monster attacks.
No, random, you have to carry the one.
Uh,
No, it's probably Common Core now, and I don't know how Common Core is taught, so. Yeah, but yeah, randoms.
yes.
Yeah, random's probably having difficulties keeping up a good score because she probably has minimal accommodations. I mean, the fact that she is on paper as being uneducated up to this age or feral, really, should get her an accommodation. But and maybe Elaine could do that, but given her nature and mythical nature, it's likely it's been problematic getting her into the sort of specialized one-on-one education she needs.
Mm.
Just because it'll set up the mist will set up that she'll have those barricades. They're distractions after all.
Mm.
However, the mist works. That's my thought anyway. So she is probably struggling with June's and Laura's and Misha's help, and maybe Shannon's to do her homework. Especially struggling
Indeed.
to understand the importance of doing homework. I still don't need Google.
After a while, it seems a lot of the other kids are excited to see a particular movie that's coming out very soon called Hunter's Mark.
Okay. Does it have a massive multiplayer online game tie-in?
Oh dear. Maybe, maybe not. It's it becomes a bit more relevant when Random and Laura, out of the blue, win tickets to the premiere.
What kind of genre is this movie?
From what you can tell, it's an action horror type of deal. If you think Van Helsing,
Ah, okay. So equal parts homage and parody?
yes, with quite a bit of action, but still has the vampires and werewolves and everything.
Got it. Okay, so
Laura, Laura doesn't seem too keen on going, but is quite, hasn't been out or anything in a while, so is more like, yeah, why not? We can. It's free,
it.
gives us some time off.
Yep. What's this?
It's a movie ticket to see a movie on the big screen at a theater.
And she kind of tilts her head back a little bit and starts thinking, "Oh, movie theater. Okay." The blob attacks the movie theater.
I mean, I hope not, but hopefully we'll just go there and watch a movie like we usually do on the TV, but on a bigger screen with a better sound system.
Okay. Curious. Is it just the two tickets? It's not like plus ones or anything?
It's just that, oh, uh, yes, there are plus ones.
Hmm.
So you could bring Misha.
We could, if we used your Laura's plus one, we could bring Misha and Shannon. But let's risk all my allies in one go. Um,
Yeah, Shannon's not too keen on going much of anywhere.
right. I imagine she's in there with some equipment that we've provide that's either manifested or we've provided or combination of both. And where did that come from? And trying to like produce the artificial blood from either underworld or daybreakers.
Yeah, part of the garden, particularly the part where Shannon's been hanging out lately, has added a a small castle, very gothic kind of architecture.
So you start coming out of the Xenomorph hive into a dungeon type of thing with because there's no sky really. Uh,
Yep.
oh, that's interesting. Okay, let me let me make a note of that. The
Hmm.
the garden has a dungeon now. Okay,
Yeah. Strangely, some bits of the dungeon have these kind of metal wall bits that look a lot more modern and a lot more sinister corporate lab about them.
the garden now has an umbrella section.
Mm. It keeps the rain off.
Well, fortunately, it can't rain all the time.
Oh, oh dear.
Okay, I'm going to assume that somebody will point out, say that to me to random that it lets her bring a guest, and she will ask Misha, probably at school, since going near Misha's house is probably not a good idea.
Hmm. Indeed. Laura is content not to invite anyone.
Okay,
However, Random is lying in bed one night when she hears a rap on her window.
Okay, she's up from apparently asleep to wide awake and at the window pretty much instantly, doing that creepy kid stare. And I say kid, meaning that she's looks about 17, even if a bit scrawny, and just sort of staring out the window.
Did you have a. What floor was your room on? Did we ever decide?
We haven't described the orphanage since we've gone from Elaine's apartment to Elaine's orphanage. I don't
Hmm.
think we haven't had much description of it. So I'm going to guess random will be somewhere near the attic and might even have a converted attic room because it's easier to get a door into the garden from there and it would make her comfortable.
So outside Random's window, sitting cross-legged on the fire escape railing, is Veronica.
Huh, Dr. Vampire.
Student random monster? What even are you anyway?
You should know. You don't know, but you should know.
Maybe I should. I do know a lot.
You don't want to know. You erased it.
Do you know why I might do that?
It wasn't not not monster, not outside. You don't want to know,
Hmm.
which is the extent of what random learned.
Yeah.
But I am trying to get a hit in on her
Hmm.
a little bit, trying to fluster her that there might be
Right.
some sort of trauma she's not aware of.
Hmm. Did you want to? Did you want to do a roll on that of any sort?
I'm thinking hit with all you've got.
Sure.
There's not much I have that can do it, that can go with it.
No, wouldn't be very powerful anyway, but it might be a little hit, mate.
Yep. Um,
Or it could horribly backfire.
I'm going to hit more human
Okay.
because she recognizes something as some that is something that is a human response. She's reacting to that there was something human about that blacking out, that erasure, that trauma removal.
Hmm.
Other than that, I don't have much else.
Right. I'm not really seeing any weaknesses here. So yeah, let's just go with that.
I am going to take the one status and say there's no collateral damage.
Okay. She frowns as she considers that possibility. Well, at least for the moment, it has nothing to do with my current goal. You may think this strange, but I'm here to talk to you about Laura.
Hmm. What about Laura? I'm tensing for a fight. I know I've seen her ignore the can't enter here thing before.
I'm afraid she and I have gotten off on the wrong foot recently.
You kill her. You kill. You kill me. The bride's friends. You make the final girl the bride. You kidnap the bride. Hmm. Yeah, wrong foot.
Well, she was my bride before I found her. I'm just trying to slowly bring her to that realization.
It never works. The monster always. She stops for a moment because she's been seeing lots of movies where the monster doesn't have a bad ending. The monster usually fails. You and me, we're the monsters. I am the monster. You're the vampire. We die in the end.
Hmm. Well, in any case, I need my bride. And it would be beneficial for everyone if I got what I wanted.
Not my choice. Not your choice.
That doesn't mean I can't keep trying.
I don't like you.
How is it that you know me?
I don't. I don't know. Stroud. The actually, she wouldn't call him by name. The sorcerer says, "You made me." Dr. Veronica Drake. But I don't know you. Maybe smell changed. Maybe not always the vampire. Maybe you were the good doctor. Also possible she was the compassionate, but I don't know that.
Hmm.
Uh, okay. But
I
she's on the other side of the window. But my sense of smell is supernatural.
I've heard you're going to see a movie.
Now I'm really kind of smelling around to see if there's any sign of like scrying or spy things in the room.
Would you like to do an investigate now or later?
I think partially now because she's here and I kind of want to get a scent of her as well.
Sure.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna get a scent of souls,
Mhm.
obviously. I don't know how well this is. I'm thinking about getting a tag later on where the environment reveals itself to the monster. I haven't been able to figure out how to word it yet. Would it be okay to do impugn upon reality that maybe the garden makes it easier for things to come to light?
Yes.
Okay. Uh that's all I have. Watching movies maybe for finding bugs,
Hmm.
but I don't think so.
Let me think for a moment. I'm going to say yes because you've been watching more than horror movies recently.
By friend's decree, most likely.
Mhm.
And in all honesty, she probably enjoys the non-horror movies more than she enjoys horror movies.
Hmm.
Um, any weaknesses?
That's what I'm looking at. I'm not sure if horror movie aesthetics.
It could represent things going wrong when the garden impugns itself on reality, but other than
This
that,
is true. So yes, I'll tag horror movie aesthetics.
okay.
Which will give you electrical misbehavior.
Yep. So at this point, I
Alright.
can start making things go. I can start doing Dresden Files type stuff in hexene technology. Um,
Hmm. Roll it.
that is a miss. Oh
It
dear.
is. Hmm. As the garden starts to leak into the reality of your room, the area seems to darken and some of the features of the environment twist slightly. the railings become a bit more rusted and bent. The room itself takes on a more gothic look, heavy, oppressive, and it's a quite noticeable change.
Oh, wow. It's very obvious she got to me, isn't it? With the when as soon as she says, "I hear you're going to a movie," and the aesthetics of the room start to change, it's really obvious she got to me.
Veronica's eyes narrow, and she hisses under her breath, "The Millennium Castle?"
Notes, 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 notes.
Looking harder at random, Veronica says, "Stay close to Laura. She'll likely need you." Before she fades into mist, which leaks down the stairwell and disappears into the sewer grate.
She was at the windowsill.
Yep.
So yeah, Random will kind of open the window and look out to make sure she's leaving. Uh,
Hmm. Give me a second. Investigate very quickly.
um, I don't,
Even if you don't have any tags.
which I don't.
Yep.
Um, it's another miss. Yay.
Ah well. So moving on.
Okay, so I think Random is going to probably stay awake that night and
Hmm.
try to get into a state of mind of being ready for potential danger the next day. Um,
Oh yes.
I'm thinking change the game.
Sure.
It's not a full montage, but hopefully it comes to the same thing. Okay. Sense of definition, since she wants to protect her friends.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Dang. Mantras of speed and travel.
How would that? Oh, I guess mantras would help prepare you. Yep.
And speed and power because of reflexes, and speed and travel is because of reflexes and reacting. It seems more appropriate than power and tear.
Right.
Okay. I can't think of anything else that really applies if I'm just in general preparing. Supernatural might,
Hmm.
maybe, but no. I can't impute upon reality when it's myself I'm changing.
Hmm. Alright, I'm going to tag violent instincts as a weakness.
Oh, joy. Okay. Ooh, advanced. Okay. Change the game.
Mhm.
1.
Yep.
I am just going to get rid of the final 1 on the smashed status. Clobbered.
Okay.
Don't have any other. Don't I could have. I guess I could have done a thing to reduce to get a story tag for being paying close attention, but doesn't
Hmm.
feel like that's going to be as valuable as getting healed up. And that I think is we go into the next day.
Hmm.
I'm not thinking random will want to tell. No, random's incredibly forthright and honest. The next time she sees Laura, she'll say that the vampire came last night.
And there wasn't a fight? You didn't tell me?
You were asleep, I think. She stayed outside the window.
She sighs, and you do note that she's looking a bit haggard. Alright, so she stayed outside and you just talked.
She knows we're going
What?
to the movie.
Oh, joy. I suppose if I don't go as well, there'll be trouble.
She didn't say anything. The vampire wants you, but I said it was not her choice, and she said that doesn't mean she can't keep trying. She thinks she thinks got off on the wrong foot.
She's. Wow, she's delusional.
Yeah, yeah.
I. Oh, forget her. We'll deal with her when she becomes an issue again. I'm not going to not do things because she's hanging over my head. Let's just get to school.
Okay. Are you okay?
I'm not feeling great, admittedly. It's not the flu or anything, I'm just tired. I haven't been sleeping at night.
Ah, yes. Hmm. The vampire knight. Right.
Just having a lot of trouble staying awake during the day. Like,
Okay. Ah, the garden has a dungeon now.
something new?
Yep, something new. Like
Ah,
stone walls. Sometimes metal walls.
That's weird. Maybe we should ask Layla about that.
Hmm. And Random kind of nods. Okay. I'm assuming this
Getting
is this is as we're walking to school, or however we
Yep.
get to school.
Getting to school, however, Layla and Random, Layla, Random, and Misha.
Laura,
Sorry, Laura, Random, and Misha. Yes,
too many L names.
a little bit. They get to the gates of the school. To find Darren Richards on his knee, bearing flowers. And he and his friend start singing as Layla approaches. Sorry, not Layla, as Laura approaches.
I just had this immediate thought of this going on with Layla and people just randomly bursting into flames or shadows. Um,
Laura's reaction as the singing goes on and Darren sort of tries to put himself in her path on his knees is to just sort of slowly keep on walking.
what song is being sung?
I don't know. Do you have a suggestion?
You Are My Sunshine?
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, what sort of move is this?
I could see it as either take danger, take a risk to get out of there without minimal fuss, or face danger to avoid an emotional hit. Either one seems to work.
Let's say take a risk.
Yeah, I've started getting to where I reserve face danger for when warnings were ignored or a miss was rolled.
Hmm.
Um,
Okay, so what makes people stop? Feminine Paragon. Cloaking.
oh dear. He's the only one that notices you, and everybody just talks about how he was singing to nobody. Oh no.
Hmm.
Um, depending on whether or not you want to burn it or save it for defense, flawless grace.
I'm gonna save it. Um,
And I didn't mean burn it; I meant use it.
yeah. As far as weakness tags go,
Nocturnal.
considering she's feeling pretty bad at the moment, yeah. Um, I'm wondering if dispassionate facade, because it's probably not apparent to him that she's pissed.
Yeah, yeah, that works. He is not getting the hint.
No. So power one, take a risk.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's the thing.
Okay.
Depending on what move you describe this as, I might be having random intervene, but I don't know yet.
Hmm. Laura isn't able to get past him. He and his friends form a barrier between her and the school that she can't get past without violence. So she's forced to sort of stand there embarrassed as anything as they finish the song. And the people around are cheering him and yelling things to you take the flowers. And then he says, as he's holding out the flowers, so I hear you've got some movie tickets.
At this point, I think random is going to go ahead, step forward, and grab the flowers and start picking through them and find one and eat it.
Oh, wow. Oh,
I don't know if that counts as my once per session intervene or not.
it kind of sounds like it, but I
I
can only think that this is not going to turn out well for.
It depends on how well I roll, but yeah.
Okay.
I'm no longer take a risk dynamite though. Um
No.
uh my dynamite my thing that gave me dynamite on take a risk went bye bye. Do. Okay. I don't have much here that actually applies except sense of definition.
Been using that a lot lately.
Yeah, well, we've had a couple, mostly this session, we've had a couple different things of her defending pack, defending friends. So, yeah.
True.
I've thought about bonded in survival, but that's for Misha specifically.
Mm.
There's fellow victims, but that involves burning a tag. I'm not going full out shapeshifter reality warper right now, so none of the others really make sense.
Yeah.
I'm just being weird.
Yep. Oh, that sounds like a power one. Take a risk. Actually, this does feel like falling on your sword.
Yeah, yeah, it kind of does. Tower Zero, take a risk.
Hmm.
Here we go.
Hard bargain or ugly choice.
better than the alternative, the other alternative.
Hmm. Let's see. Should we take a break?
That sounds like a good idea. We've been going about a little bit more than an hour, I think.
Yeah, just a little bit. I feel like I need another drink.
Okay, I'm going to stop the recording.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Actually, I don't think this will be the end of the episode. I think we'll get through this scene and then we'll leave off.
Okay. Hmm,
All right, going to get that drink.
cool. I'm going to pause the recording still.
Okay, so Darren Richard. Darren Richards was asking about the movies. Random stepped up and ate one of his flowers.
Grabbed the whole thing, sort of sorted through them, throwing the one she didn't like off, and then ate one of them.
Of course, he was giving her roses.
Ow.
um. All right. So the choice is between random stabs herself on some thorns as she eats the and will start bleeding. And in an effort to distract from that, Laura will accept the roses and consent to going on a date with Darren to the movie.
And the others at the other side of that?
The other side of that, hmm, the other side of that, Yosefka will be there with her friends. And in the middle of all of this, she will step in to deflect Darren by saying that Laura has already asked her to go to the movies as friends.
Oh,
And Laura will have to go along with it.
oh. These are neither of them very good options.
It's a hard bargain and an ugly choice.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, you might be able to tell I like being mean to the character.
Yes, I mean we're writers. We always are mean to our character.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Um, let's see. So the we get the guy that is trying to force himself into the situation, or the girl that's trying to force herself into the situation.
Mm-hmm.
With DNA in the wild in play, which do I want to see infected with my character's blood the most?
Uh,
Um, that would be horrifying. We've already got a Frankenstein out there. Um, she can't turn out nice, but it can't always do that. Especially since I named that as a nemesis. Um, I am going to say that Josefka steps in, like, just on the idea that don't want Laura to have to clean up the mistake, the mess of Random trying to cover for her.
okay.
My main goal was not having Darren involved.
Mhm. Yes. So the big downside here is that Laura is kind of pulled into Yosefka's circle of friends for the rest of the day,
Mm,
leaving Random a bit to her own device
with Misha, but yeah.
with Misha.
Those aren't good people, are they? Are those good people? I don't know.
Misha shakes her head and says, "No, no, those aren't good people. I mean, on the brighter side, Laura could eat some of them."
Eh. Uh, maybe second, third movie death. I don't know.
I think that's a good place to leave it.
Yeah.
When we come back, we can start we can do the going to the movies thing.
Cool. Do we want to geek out during the present here? During the credits? I can talk. I can
Hmm.
words.
Yeah, let's geek out during the credits. We'll give ourselves some more breathing room.
Yep.
I think we should recover, keep on ticking.
Yep. Well, we could have done that with our power ups anyway, but yeah, it's good
Hmm.
to have them start unburnt. That way we can possibly use one twice.
Agreed.
Okay.
Um,
I'm thinking we are kind of searched for the secret of what's going on behind our story, so we aren't working against the identity yet. I think trapped in the fiction, cracking will be where we get the changeover from horror to more upbeat story types.
hmm.
Because
Yeah,
right now we are just trapped in the horror genre. To get into the superhero thing where we have less collateral deaths and such, we'll have to probably have that change.
yeah. That being said, I think I'm gonna take a hurt uh, for Random today.
Okay, because
Uh,
I talked to the vampire.
talked to the vampire and stepped in, made it harder for Laura to say no,
Right,
to just say no to anyone.
right. I
Um,
made things messy.
yeah.
Um, Probably going to take a help because she's been focusing on trying to help Laura. Laura doesn't done much for her in this session, but she's been focusing on trying to help Laura, however terrible it went.
Um, yeah, I think also that Laura is randoms linked to Veronica at the and giving random a like face to face talk with Veronica, that's a big help to random's mystery.
Yes, yes, it is. I got a couple of hits in on her. I'm making her think. I'm I This is a long-term goal. I'm hoping I can provoke that secret identity thing, but I don't know what
Mm,
pokes it because I don't know precisely what her secret identity is. The one that, the one that will shortcut the avatar.
yeah.
Uh, Out of character, that is my goal, and it might be a little because she's a legendary. She might be vaguely aware that if she can get that memory that's lost going, then Veronica might flash back to something that might have more information for her.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
So the last one, which of your themes is under the most strain? It's Tatari for. I don't think that's changed for either of us this session.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I'm still doing the monster covered in blood, which is weird because I worked against the violent instincts, but I worked towards that mystery. So I don't
Hmm.
know that I should mark fate on it.
Oh, I don't think either of us should mark fade. I think Tatari fading is going to be a thing. I don't think I'll go through a transformation at that point, but the transformation is probably the one after that.
I'm a little bit early on transformation, which I know is doing a heavy risk here because if I go Avatar for any length of time, it'll probably be a murder spree. Um,
Yeah.
I am thinking of possibly being able to get closure from your nemesis,
Mhm.
which opens up story options.
We are starting to approach the. I think we're on the downhill slope now.
Yeah.
Like we've sort of come over the hump, and now we're looking at resolving everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Um. Yeah. So I'm not gonna do. I'm quite tired, so I think I'll do the advancements for my things tomorrow.
Okay, I took an advancement on expression, which makes me hit with all I've got on dynamite when I use themes from that.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Thank you for playing through it. I will catch you soon.
No problem. It's always fun. Talk to you later.
Later.